Okay, Cooper, so we're going to do a skin fold assessment to give us a more clear idea of kind of how your body's working right now. Have you ever had one, or do you know what one is?
No, I've never heard of that.
Okay, so generally these basic skin fold assessments, which we're going to use the skin caliper with, will give us at least an educated guess on what your body fat percentage is. And so I'm going to use your forearm here. I'm going to take certain points on your body and I'm going to apply some pressure just about this much, okay? So it's not comfortable, but it's not going to cause you any real pain. And I'll do that right here on your stomach and then on your thigh. And I'm going to use those to get an idea of what your body fat percentage is, okay?
Okay.
So to do that, I'll need to have access to the skin on your chest and on your stomach as well as on your thighs. So would you mind removing your shirt so we can do that?
No.
Okay. And then you can just remain standing while we do this. Okay. Okay, would you mind rolling your shorts up to about right there? That's perfect. Okay, great. You can put your shirt back on. So from this assessment that we've done, it says that you have about 30.3% body fat. And based on just a national database of what people are for your age and your demographic, that puts you in the obese category. And that doesn't necessarily mean anything you need to be worried about right now, but it does give us an idea of what would be a good course of action for you. So, like you're already pointing out, your job is stressful. Your doctor talked to you about your high blood pressure and cholesterol. Exercise has a really, really positive effect on a lot of these areas in your life. And so we want to put you into more like the 50 percentile category, where you're about in the middle of the pack of how your body composition is. So you're equal to or better than about 50% of the people in your demographic.
Okay.
So we're going to do an exercise assessment to see kind of how your lungs and heart are working. You exercise moderately, you said. What are some benefits you've seen to exercising?
It helps you lose weight.
Yeah, that's a big one. Can you think of any other ones?
Makes me feel good.
Yeah, me too. What about risks? Have you seen any possible downsides to exercising so far?
Maybe like twisting your ankle and getting hurt.
Yeah, definitely. Actually, more than even heart problems, some people worry that they might work too hard for their heart. Usually, their ankle problem might come up more quickly than a heart problem. And I saw that you said you've had some chest pain before. Is that true?
Yeah.
And where exactly were you feeling that chest pain?
It's just kind of all through my chest.
Okay.
All around.
Okay. Well, that doesn't necessarily mean anything unless it's like certain conditions that it comes on. And so we really want to monitor that to make sure that it's not something we're going to have to like curtail your exercise for.
Okay.
So during this fitness assessment, it's something that I want you to report to me on. If you're starting to feel that chest pain again, just immediately reach out, don't hesitate. It's something we want to monitor. The other thing I want to talk to you about is this is called a RPE scale, a rating of perceived exertion scale. And so it starts at 6, it's a little weird, doesn't start at 1, and goes all the way to 20. 6 being about probably how most people feel right now, just sitting, relaxing. And 20 is like the hardest work you've ever done. You probably haven't even done it because it's just too hard.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to use this during your assessment so that I can know what's good for you, what's appropriate on this exercise. Okay? And the other thing that I'm going to use as feedback from you is a dyspnea scale. It tells me how hard it is for you to breathe, okay? So it's a scale of 0 to 4. 0 is you're having no problems at all. You're not even on the scale basically. And then 4 is if you don't lay down right now, you're gonna pass out basically because you can't catch your breath at all.
Okay.
So right now, for example, where would you put yourself on that scale?
About a 0.
Okay. Yeah. And during exercise, you might go up a little bit, but if you get into like a 3 or 4, and sometimes depending on how it is, even a 2, we want to know that. So I'm going to ask you periodically about that. Okay?
Okay.
All right. You can pause it.